Welcome to Pressing Matters, where we explore how juicing, health, fitness, diet, and exercise can all find a place in your busy life.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Pressing Matters. It's my great pleasure to once again have the CEO and founder of Pure Juicer, David Feinberg, with us. David, you've got a lot of news, so let's just jump right in. We're calling this show The Evolution of Revolution, which I love. I didn't think that up, you did, obviously. Let's just jump in. What's happened? First, I noticed you got some news from the U.S. Patent Office, correct?
Yes, we have gone from patent pending to patented. The Pure Juicer is the first two-stage juicer to earn a U.S. patent.
So let's go bit by bit here. You made significant changes to 3 of the food contact parts. So first, why the food contact parts? Why is that important?
These were areas where we felt that we had not done everything that we could do and that there was further room for improvement. The pieces that we're going to be discussing are the cutter, the juice tray, and the feed pan. And the cutter is the most significant of the 3. And in the case of the cutter, yes, it is food contact, but really what we've done that's unique and interesting is we've changed from a straight tooth to a serrated tooth. And what the serrated tooth does is it allows for greens to be cut with less push pressure. So, yes, indeed, it is important that it's a food contact part, but really what's more important is that the cutter is now easier to push vegetables, leafy vegetables, through the machine. It's not tremendously different for carrots and other hard vegetables, but the leafy and the fibrous leafy, it's significantly better.
And I should point out, having used it also, that it's just as easy to get on and off, and cleanup is just as easy on the new cutter. And it's amazing the difference that you've built into it.
It is, and unseen on the cutter, we're using a Japanese 440 stainless steel, and the Japanese steel is of amazing quality. We are really, really pleased with this steel.
And the benefit of that is longer life, correct? Stays sharp longer?
Right. This part of the machine has not changed. We're still using a 400 series hardened stainless steel. Our steel is Rockwell hardened to Rockwell 50 to 55, like your beautiful German chef knife. We're using a surgical quality stainless steel.
I remember from the start you were very focused on the quality of the cutter, as well as every other inch of the product.
Right. It's one of the places on the machine that we really excel. Our cutter will rarely and possibly never need sharpening. And actually in the 18 months since we've launched the machine, I really have yet to see a dull cutter come back on a machine. The edge is holding up incredibly well. It's working incredibly well in the field.
So basically what you've done by serrating it is allowed for more cutting edge surface, right? There's literally more surface coming into contact with the produce.
Correct. There's more surface, and that V groove is more aggressive on the fibrous material.
Right. So next up, the feed pan and juice tray. Tell us about the upgrades there.
The upgrades there are that they are now mirror polished, and I have always wanted these parts to be mirror polished. And in launching a brand new machine from scratch, I couldn't get everything exactly the way I wanted it out of the gate. Some of these things have taken time, and actually I'm really proud of ourselves. We've been delivering production now for a year and a half, and we're working down the bucket list of all the features we always wanted or discovered that we wanted to improve. So the beauty of fully polished parts is they look great, they rinse clean easily, it's harder for the tannins from carrots and other vegetables to adhere to them, so they stay clean longer, they're easier to clean, and they're more attractive. They're just beautiful, beautiful parts.
And
yes.
And speaking of beautiful parts of the Pure Juicer, let's talk a minute about the logo, and that you had a functional reason you did it as well, and you've changed that.
Right.
Important part of that discussion also is you changed it based on customer feedback, which I think is another thing that's been missing in this industry for decades. I think I'm safe in saying that.
We do listen to our customers, and we do listen to the market, and I'm very proud that we've done that. And the new laser etched logo was a result of people saying, could you make the front of the machine smooth so that it's easier to wipe down with a sponge? Because, anybody you talk to, cleaning things always comes down to edges, and the fewer edges you have to clean around, the easier it is. And we had originally made a silicon logo that doubled as a bumper. But what we've really discovered is that the left side collection bowl is the one that is bumping against the front of the machine. The right side juice collection vessel is usually a smaller shape. You're not moving it around because you're not jockeying its position to always have more room for pulp in your bowl. You're just letting liquid flow into it. So what we really discovered and what we were told was we didn't need a bumper on the press side of the machine. So we removed it, and we were able to laser etch the Pure logo directly onto the stainless steel. It cannot be scrubbed off. It cannot be rubbed off. It is laser etched directly into the steel. It's permanent.
That's great. I would point out something else that you mentioned to me in the run-up to this show, David, which is the amount of change that you've done here, both internal and external, is more than has happened in the industry that you're in a very long time, right?
Yes. So when we came to the two-stage cold press industry, there really had been almost no change for the last 50 years. What we had seen was a series of incremental cosmetic improvements that were, in some cases, significant, but typically relatively small incremental changes that occurred over a really long period of time. And we felt that this was an industry that had gone without innovation for too long, and there was just an enormous opportunity of possibilities of things that you could redesign and do differently, and so we generated a very long bucket list of all the things we wanted in our machine, and for the most part, we've captured the entire bucket list. With these new parts, I feel like we're really getting there. We don't have much left on the machine that we're looking at, and in fact, most of the changes and most of the things that we're doing have much more to do with how we manufacture the parts, improving our tolerances, things that you just wouldn't really see, things that are good for the longevity and the stability of the machine, but are not visible on the outside of the machine. We've come a long ways.
In the software industry, there's a term called continuous improvement. And I've known you now for, I think, 3 years, and I've watched you continuously improve the Pure Juicer. I know you're not done. I know you'll keep tinkering and keep listening to your customers and keep improving, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And backwards compatibility, another term from the software
Yeah,
industry.
that's true. That's true. Backwards compatible. Can you explain that? So you've got all these new upgrades, but you've got a lot of people that already have a Pure Juicer. How does that work?
So all of the parts that we're making fit all of the previous juicers, and we want people to feel like they can get these parts. Well, so these parts will fit all prior machines, and we are offering them on sale for the next 3 months, so that anybody who wants to upgrade or replace a part can, at a 25% discount, and we want as many people as possible to take advantage of this. One thing I will comment on is juice trays tend to ultimately become disposable because they're a part that's going up and down, and they're getting squeezed to 5,000 pounds. And juice trays over time wear out. So I would recommend to anybody to take this opportunity to pick up a spare juice tray so that when you decide your old one has seen better days, as my father would say, you can pull out your new shiny one and drop it in the machine.
Pressing Matters is a production of the Pure Juicer Company. Learn more at purejuicers.com.